6965.
With the power of Tandem HR, you are in the fast lane on Main Street with Get Down to Business with Shalom Klein, the show for business and jobs. Now, the champion of networking, the advocate of jobs, the guru of business, your host, Shalom Klein.
We are all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. In business, we talk a lot about business here. You're on with Get Down to Business, and I'm your host, Shalom Klein. Remember, you can always download podcasts from Get Down to Business on my website at shalomklein.com. And while you're there, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Shalom Klein. It's going to be a jam-packed week of content and information. I promise you won't want to miss it. It's a live show. You could call us at 312-642-5600, 312-642-5600. This week, we'll be joined by guests here in studio, Gendel, Jennifer Phillips, Morris Towell, Tony Martinez, and Adam Carlson. And I'll be sharing some tips on crowdfunding at the end of the show. Get Down to Business is powered by Tandem HR, your solution center. You can find them at tandemhr.com or give them a call at 630-928-0510. So first up here in studio are my friends from Keshet, Jennifer and Jennifer. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you. So February is a very, very special month. February is Jewish Disability Awareness and Inclusion Month. Tell me a little bit about what that means for our community and how the business community should be celebrating and promoting this.
Those are great questions, Shalom. First of all, Keshet, I don't know if you know that much about our organization.
Well,
but
our listeners are very familiar with Avi Lesser.
Great. Oh, of course they know Avi. We love Avi. So he's a definite Keshet person. So what we like to do for Jewish Disability and Awareness Month is we like to really make sure that the Jewish community and the community as a whole really know about disabilities and inclusion. And it's a month, we should be doing it all the time, but it's a month really to especially promote it.
Maybe 2017 will be the year of Jewish Disability Awareness and Inclusion Month. How about that?
Oh, that would be great. Yeah. That would be amazing.
An entire year. So part of this idea of inclusion is education, which Keshet is very involved in, but part of it is also recreation, which I know the two of you know a thing or two about. But the reality is that not everybody, parents especially, don't necessarily have the recipe fully cooked in terms of what integration, what inclusion can mean for their children. Everybody knows a neighbor, a friend, somebody with some disability. And so tell us about the conference that you guys are putting on to try to address this.
Well, Keshet for over 25 years has really done a phenomenal job with camps and inclusion. And so we've done it right, and we continue to do it. And so we've had a lot of people within the community and the camp community ask us for help. And so we just don't have enough of us to go around to, go out there and help every camp and go out there and train staff and train the camp and what inclusion should look like.
So you're putting all the resources under one roof.
You got it.
And so I'm looking at the website, and there's a fantastic lineup of speakers and sessions. Tell us a little bit about some of the topics that will be covered.
Sure. Well, what we're doing is we're going to have the entire conference, which is on April 18th. It's going to be at Ida Crown in Skokie, which is outside Chicago. So what we're going to be doing is we're talking about how you can make summer magic. And we're going to be talking about including campers with disabilities in summer camps. So we're going to have parents that are going to be speaking. We're going to be having camp directors that are talking about day camps, overnight camps, early childhood camps. We're going to be talking about everything from registration, public relations, management, really a comprehensive view of what they can be doing. We don't think in one day you can learn everything, but we think it's a great time to meet with other people, to talk. If you're just starting out, including campers, it's a great place to be, but it's also a great place to network and learn how you can enhance the camping experience for everybody.
And I think it's really important that we're there to help people along the way. And I think that some people want to do this. I think a lot of camps want to do this, but they don't know how to pull the trigger and really get in there and, start accepting kids that have special needs. And how do they train staff? How do they hire staff? How do they include them within their community? Not just integration, but really the full inclusion, having them within the camp groups, having them within the camp community together.
So our listeners know that Keshet is quite literally my favorite organization in the entire world. But the honest truth is that the reason why I wanted you guys to come here in studio is because you were talking about summer magic, and anybody who's willing to talk about the summer in late February is my friend, and I am happy to talk about it. But all kidding aside, it's going to be an amazing conference again, April 18th, and we will share the website. But is the conference only open? Is the Summer Magic Conference only open to parents of current Keshet young adults and children?
No, it is not. So that's really important to know. It's actually going to be for board members of organizations. It's going to be for camp directors, camp staff, parents that want to include their children in some type of camp environment. It could be practitioners in any sense. So we are welcoming everyone. And it also doesn't have to necessarily be camps that have a Jewish population. It can be any day camp, any overnight camp. So we really are welcoming anyone. We think everybody could learn from this conference.
And parents are an important part of that because I think they're the ones who are going to bring back to their communities and wherever they live. And so we've gotten a lot of calls from parents outside, even Illinois, saying, can we be involved in this? Can we come in? Because they want to bring it back then to their community and be able to start these programs.
So, again, Avi Lesser has been on the show several times as a fantastic advocate and ambassador. I believe that is the title on his business card, Keshet Ambassador, talking about Keshet. But there are other ways for our listeners to get involved. There's the conference that's coming up on April 18th. We talked about this month being a very important month about raising awareness about disability and inclusion, which is very important. But there is a fun dinner, and I mean fun. Most people don't think of a nonprofit banquet or gala. I'm actually dressed up right now, about to head to a gala and banquet. Most dinners are not fun, but this one will be fun. Tell us about that, and tell us how our listeners can get involved.
So March 13th is our annual Keshet Banquet Dinner, and it's at the Hilton and Towers downtown. And we have 5 for Fighting this year coming, which is really, really cool. We also have our phenomenal Keshet Integrated Choir, which will be great, singing with the Chicago Children's Choir. And we have Carrie and Cheryl Cooper and Ira and Rebecca Fishman, who we're honoring, along with the Guardian of Hope awardee, Lisa Glenner.
Which is fantastic. A great opportunity to pay tribute to a great organization. Again, so much bigger than the Jewish community. And regardless of whether you have a child with special needs, this is a way to celebrate and promote inclusion, something that is just so mission critical and so important in our community. So the conference is April 18th. The month is coming up. But what I'm hearing from Jennifer Gendel and Jennifer Phillips of Keshet are your interest in trying to educate and trying to make sure that this becomes a part of the conversation beyond the Chicagoland area. Tell us a little bit about the efforts that are underway. I know you guys are on the road quite a bit talking about these important issues.
Right. Well, we need to thank the Pritzker-Pucker Family Foundation because they have actually given us a multi-year grant that supports us going out to many of these different communities and different organizations to talk about how they can include individuals with disabilities. So they're actually the main sponsor of our conference, and they also support a lot of our efforts to go out to different places. So we're doing some fabulous things. Just this week, we're going to the JCC in Indianapolis to work with them because they actually have never had the opportunity or felt like they had the skills to include individuals with disabilities. So we're going to be heading out there and working with their staff. We've gone all over the country. We've gone to Montreal, Canada, United Kingdom. I'm going there at the end of April. We just have been really lucky to be able to spread the word about this wonderful, wonderful thing that we think everybody should be doing. And I think everybody does want to do it.
And I think that's the most important thing. I think that being out there and, educating everyone within their community, but also educating, people in other states than here. We're so lucky to have Keshet here, and we do such a phenomenal job of inclusion that we want to make sure that anyone in their community can have that. And
the world is lucky that Keshet is out there, not only having an impact in the Chicagoland area, but really around the world, which is just amazing. So we are running out of time. I want to make sure our listeners can find out more about the dinner, find out more about the conference, find out more about the organization and how they could get involved. Jen, why don't you tell us?
So you can go to our website, which is www.keshet.org, Keshet, and you can find information about our Pritzker Pucker Center, as well as our Making Summer Magic Conference, and, of course, our annual dinner, which is March 13th.
With some awesome entertainment. One more time, who's going to be there?
5 for Fighting.
5 for Fighting. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss it. Keshet.org. Jennifer Gendel, Jennifer Phillips, thank you so much for coming in studio. Of course, we'll be sure to have you guys back on, but most importantly, Avi Lesser. Let's just face it. Everybody wants Avi.
We love Avi.
That's great. After the break, we're going to be chatting with Tony Martinez, who's going to be telling us about an important community advocacy mission and cause. Get Down to Business is powered by Tandem HR, your solution center. You can find them at tandemhr.com or give them a call, 630-928-0510, 630-928-0510. Get Down to Business is also brought to you in part by EverWealth Solutions, a registered investment advisor and financial planning firm, a fiduciary advisor that helps you create your personal financial wealth. Give them a call, 708-771-7777.
Stuck